traps. Alright, we're back into some pod. I'm going to continue my championship. Continue. Now we're on Pompeii, which I vaguely remember this one. I don't think it's very similar to the actual Pompeii in Earth life, because it doesn't look like any volcanoes have erupted at all. But it's a great design for a track, so it'll be a lot of fun. I think my view's gone strange again. This keeps happening. That's a bit better. What was it? What the... Not that button. Yeah, I think that's the view I was after. Anyway. Alright. Ooh. Yeah, things get a bit more hectic as you go on. And so now it's definitely much more difficult. And this is only the 5th race in the game, the championship. And I'm only in 5th place. So it takes quite a lot more effort to actually get out into the front and take a lead. So things start escalating fairly quick. I mean, that first championship, that wasn't too bad. I mean, the last track in it, I started to fall behind at times, and it took me a while to get my lead back up. But yeah, it's definitely getting to be harder as I progress. Unfortunately, this track was one of the worst looking ones in the background. The foreground obviously looks really great, so, but yeah, that background, the sky doesn't come down far enough, so you've just got a black abyss between it and the actual background image is sort of, it's a bit jagged and white for some reason, as you can see in the bridge there, and so it doesn't really blend nicely. But that was all. It was always like that in the original game as well. So as you're racing, you just kind of ignore it and carry on, really. Oh, it's one red car that I cannot get past. Oh, there we go. Brilliant. Now I've just got to try and keep out the front. Lap 2 out of 5? Why is it so many laps? It's not that short of a circuit. This game does it. Some of the racetracks are very much different in size, but if it's a short track, then they'll just shove more laps in there. So they all take about the same amount of time to finish. And you get some really long ones that'll just be like 2 or 3 laps. I seem to remember a really short track that had about 7. And so things would start to get really crazy before the end. You'd be lapping people all over the place if you're doing well, or vice versa if you weren't doing so well. And it was very crazy. Very orangey colour level, I think. I think it was called Downtown, and obviously we'll get to that one in its merry old time. But for now it's Pompeii, which has very Earth-like sky. And the hills look pretty Earth-like, apart from the redness. Oh, actually, those do look like volcanoes in the background. So it might be the Earth Pompeii. Although, I don't see why they would actually have any Earth settings in a futuristic racing thing on Io. But I'm pretty sure Io is a moon of Pluto or something anyway. I don't know. Science facts that are probably wrong. I'm sure Io is a moon of somewhere. I think Pluto has a moon, so we'll just go with that. Well, I seem to have got out in front a ways now, so that's nice. Can't see anyone on my little map showing that they're anywhere near, but they have to come really close to show up on the map. So that would be too late already, really, if I could actually see them. 4 out of 5, not too long to go on this track. It's not the most interesting of tracks, this one, I have to say. It doesn't really look particularly incredible, but it's fun, so I'll give it that. But I'm looking forward to whatever the next one is, because this was one of the, I mean, from my memory of when I used to play this was always one of those tracks that When you just go in for a quick game and you just choose your own track, you pretty much didn't choose this one very often because it's not quite as exciting. It looks very earthly, and there's no shortcuts. Those are the little roads that you're seeing that come off there. That's actually the pits, from what I remember. So you don't want to end up going there unless you want to add loads of time to your lap, which isn't the best of ideas. Final lap. So we're almost there, and we can banish this track. It's still great level design and stuff. It's just, I don't know, it's not as fun as the others. I want crazy coloured sky, weird gravity defying jumps and craziness, and multiple roads to choose, but not too many multiple ones. Especially not the ones with dead ends that you get in the end. Ah, someone's getting close. It's a green car. It's really getting close, actually. I can hear it coming. Ah, no, it's gone. I must have actually braked for the corners. What an idiot. Who does that? Especially not in this game. Oh, I probably should have done that. Oh, there's orange one coming up now. Really close. But then I blocked him off and he sort of disappeared. So, I don't know really what happened there. That's got to be the finish. Yes! Actually has a finish line that you can see. So that's that one sorted. Thought I was going to have trouble with that one for a bit. And I think the game has frozen. Well, that's the first. Great. Okay, let's press buttons and see what happens. But I might actually have to come back to you on this one because, well, I'm doing a perpetual 128 miles per hour, and I'm going to be back in a second. Perhaps. Oh, alright then. I just had to do that race again. I had to exit the game because it was mega frozen. And yeah, so now we're on to Canyon. Yeah, I just had to do Pompeii again, which was a bit dull. And I actually almost didn't win as well. It was a much closer race than the one that you'll see. And at a few moments I actually got overtaken on the last lap by two different cars. And that wasn't fun because I was thinking, oh no, I'm not going to have to do it again, am I? Because I'm not actually sure how the championship works, like place-wise and stuff. Oh, the view's gone weird again, hasn't it? Stop doing this. Oh, what the? That's just unfair. Oh, I forgot to mention, there is no reverse. You actually have to press a button to go reverse. It's not backwards. I can't remember what it is. I presume it's R, but I'm not going to try it out because I'm in a championship duel. Well, not a duel because there are 7 other cars. Now this track I used to love. Once again, it has an awesome sky, and we're back to really cool looking visuals, and it's a lot more fun, this track as well. And there's a shortcut up on the right that I couldn't hardly ever make it to, as you just saw there. That's the pits in there, I think. And this track used to just be one of the ones that I would play quite a lot, so hopefully I can remember its layout and do alright. It was that blue car that kept overtaking me in the last track. Oh, there we go. Oh, there's still someone else in front of me. For God's sake, who is it? Oh, it's the white one. I will have my revenge. We'll get in front. But yeah, it's definitely, difficulty level is stepping up as we go through. Such a zigzaggy road, and you can just drive straight through the middle of it. Yes! Taking the lead. Yeah, I used to love this track. So many cool little corners and stuff. And once again, the sky looks incredible. Some pretty odd green stuff there. I'm sure the game used to be a bit faster on this track though, because for that shortcut, I'm just not getting enough speed up for it, but I can't go faster. Maybe I need a different car to get up there or something. Should I attempt it? Should I attempt the shortcut? Let's attempt it. Ah! That was not a good idea. Okay. How much speed do you need to get up there? insane amount. Am I still in first after that? Wow, I got a lead. That's incredible. Unfortunately, my fraps counter is actually covering up the position I have in the race. So it's either first or seventh. I think it is still first though, because I would have noticed most of the other cars going past me. So that's crazy. Either that or I really just do know this track so well after playing it for all those hours. I was going to say years, but I don't think I played the game for years. We got the game when I moved to America when I was 9, and I moved back when I was 13 to England. So maximum of 4 years playing it, but we obviously didn't get the computer as soon as we moved back. So I'd say about 2 or 3 years. And then when we moved back, we sold the computer, and I must have forgot to ask for the game to be kept because we sold the game with the computer, and so I never had it again until now. All those years without pod. But I have it back now, and it's kind of like having an old friend who's a little bit weird, but you can remember all the good times, and it's just fantastic that it's been re-released because it's exactly the same as I remember it. Perfect gameplay for a racing game, unless you're into all the realism and stuff, and then you probably would like, well, you'd probably turn the damage mode on, but it's such a fun arcade racer. I mean, I've played a lot of racing games, and I always remember this one as being more fun than the others. I mean, I was really into the Need for Speed Underground ones, and I've played those through a few times now actually. Always used the Toyota Corolla, because it was the best handling by far, and Most Wanted was good as well, but then it started to go a bit downhill. Carbon was alright, and Pro Street is where it started to get, I don't know, not so fun, and a bit too realistic. But I did like the modifying in Pro Street, that was great, the amount of stuff you could do, I liked that, and how visual stuff actually changed how it performed as well, aerodynamically, not much, but yeah, added it on, so. But this is far more simple, much more cool, and very futuristic. I've got a long lead out here, I think. It's going well. And they've done a much better job on this track of fading that black into the sky. I think it's because Pompeii had such a light sky, you could really see that black bit in between, where there is just nothing up to it. Red flashing lights, final lap. Oh, that was the final lap. Hooray! The race is complete. Okay, let's go on to the next one. 2 more tracks to go. Oh, this is it, downtown. This is the one that I was referring to earlier. A really short track, which should have a load of laps. And I'm starting in 1st place. I mean, 8th place. What the hell is wrong with me? Oh, it doesn't say how many laps. It just says lap 1, so. And the view has changed to a retarded one again. It won't let me change it. There we go. Come on. Oh, for God's sake. What the hell are you doing? There we go. Changing my view to the one that suits me better has got me back into last place again, and by quite a bit. And as this is such a short lap, I wouldn't be surprised if I get lapped. Although, as it's short, it's quite easy to get back towards the front again, so catch 22. But this one isn't too complex, hopefully. It's very, very twisty. Get out of the way, gold car. It's very twisty, and you don't really get up to top speed. So this car is probably not very good for it, because it's not the tightest handling of the cars, and it's more a sort of top speed is good when you eventually get there kind of car. So I usually eventually get there and just maintain it throughout the rest of the race. which is a bit more difficult in this track. As you can see, I'm in real trouble here. Although I'm in 4th, I think. Either 4th or 60th, depending on fraps. As the counter is obscuring the number. 3rd. There's that one blue car that I never remember the name of. I should get past! Yes. Now who's in the lead? I bet it's that blue one. It's always the blue one or the red one. Or that white one actually. Or is it? It's Gamma. The purple one with the 3 red lights. I used to use that one occasionally too when I played this game. Just because I thought it looked cooler than this one, but it just didn't drive as well. I seem to remember that it was a bit slower top speed wise, and it used to slide quite a lot. But I'm not sure, can't really remember. If you could change cars during the championship, which you might actually be able to, I'm not sure, that was awful, then I'd have a go with some of the other ones. But this is the one I'm used to, so it's got the highest probability of not having to redo portions of the championship. How many laps are there? Oh, 5 out of 8, I see. Really got to pay attention with this track. So many sharp corners and stuff. If you look away at your laps or position for too long, then you just obliterate yourself. I seem to be doing alright though. 2-second lead or something close. I used to always crash into that wall when I used to play this, which definitely makes me think that maybe this did run a bit faster. Either that or I was just completely terrible and turned way too late or something. This is where it starts to add in dead ends and stuff, but you can really easily see where these ones are. Later on, it gets so harsh, gameplay wise, because those dead ends, you just can't see the end until you turn down them, and then you just think, oh, that was a really bad choice, wasn't it? And by the time you come out of them again, you've pretty much been passed by everyone, because the other players, computer controlled cars, never go down the dead ends. I mean, that would be preposterous. Why would they do that? I don't think I'm going to have trouble winning this one, because I'm almost at the end now, really. Ah, always crashing into that bit. I will not hit into that on the last lap. I promise you. I'm going to try and hit into no walls on the final lap. But also, I'm not going to take it super slow. Right, here we go. No walls. No walls. Oh, that was really close. But I don't think I hit that. I tried to cut too much out. Doing well, doing well. Oh. It's this bit, this bit. Oh, yeah. Oh, and it's done. That was the difficult bit. Hell yeah. Hectic racing up in this. And that's got to be, it's only like 2 corners or so left for the end, I think. There we go. Hey, and I can still control my car. Don't freeze. Yes! Last one, Vateland, I don't know. It looks like a long one there. Oh yeah, I remember this one. And I got my view sorted before I start, so I won't crash amazingly badly. Oh no. Now this was a fun track, and really quite a difficult one. It gets very fast. It's much more narrow. Well, this bit isn't, but the bit before the end of the lap is. And there's lots of sharp corners. And there's one bit that's kind of a shortcut, which I never attempt, because it involves jumping over a massive bridge, which you pretty much never have enough speed to do. Yeah, I remember this. This track was awesome. Ah, that's that bridge. Let's avoid that. Because it's a very difficult jump from what I remember. If I get a long enough lead, I might attempt it, because it's loads of fun. But I pretty much always just face plant it, really. Ah! So many corners. Oh, that was the first lap. So yeah, that's the sharp sort of bit at the end. 6 laps on this. But it doesn't seem too long, so that's alright. I've come first in all the other races. So with any luck, I have this championship in the bag. I mean, once again, I'm not sure how the scoring goes with this. I'm not sure if I can still win the championship in different places. I imagine so. Let's hope it's right. Let's attempt this. Oh, yeah, that's no. That did not go well. But I've still not been overtaken, so I had a long enough lead. I thought I'd attempt that there on the second lap, so if I monumentally screwed up, I'd have a bit of time to recover from it. But yeah, I'm not going to attempt that again. It's the pits down in that place off to the left. Oh, mad skills! That should get me a bit further out front. Used to be able to go to the left there as well, but I'm not quite sure how I used to do that, because there is definitely a barrier in the way. I think you have to go really fast and get in the air to go over the barrier, but it's not a shortcut anyway, because it takes the same amount of time to get through there, so a bit pointless. The only difference being you get a red road, like this one. This level looks great. It really seems like another planet, this one, so it's very well done. Lots of fun to race through at high speed. A few little dead end bits there. Alright. Not long now. Oh, I wonder if that red bit comes from somewhere else. I seem to remember there might have been a shortcut that goes through some blue thing, but I'm not going to attempt that because it would be mega risky, and there's quite a high chance that it's not actually what I remember. Could be on another track that I'm thinking. Shortcuts can be dangerous, but that is far better in the game. I think if there's a shortcut and that it's quite risky to actually get to, then it can either play in your favour or against, because if you get through the shortcut, obviously it's going to be really good, but it makes you think twice about before taking it, so it's a lot more of a thing. I don't think that was a shortcut anyway. So then there's a real risk in trying to use them, which should definitely be the thing for shortcuts, really. Yeah, I found that when I had to redo the Pompeii one, I did really well up until the end, because I wasn't commentating through it, and I was just concentrating on racing. So I will have some random crashes. And I've got to be near the end now. Oh, I've still got another lap after this. Ugh. Maybe this is a bit of a longer one. Oh! Poo. I've still got quite a good lead though, I think, so that's alright. Come on! Final lap. Concentration. Ooh, I've lapped someone. Oh yeah. And there we go. Excellent. Save. I think that's saved. Hope so. Alright. Till next time.